Hey, my wandering wonders. Today we're going to be doing a love reading for the week of 5/11. So please know that we'll be pulling cards and asking thought-provoking questions and statements to help identify and align you into the direction that you need to go for love. Please note this will help you understand and comprehend your own internal perceptions and perspectives of love. Please note that this should also help you understand and identify elements of love that can help you understand and bring out the feeling of passion that you desire. Please note that we will be using the Jon Holland deck for the overarching vibe and focus for guidance. We will also be using the Soul Journey deck for mental concepts and perspectives at play, followed up by the Romancing Angels Answers deck for gateways and thresholds of alignment or focus points. And then we'll be closing out the reading with the Wild and Archetype Oracle deck for energies and vibes to tap into and feel out. Please note that you do have free will, but resonance might dredge something up, so if you resonate, great. If you don't resonate, thank you for your time, okay? Let's go. Dear Universe, please seeking a clear channel for your guidance. Please seek a clear channel for your guidance underneath the sign and planet of Venus. Please seeking a clear channel of your guidance underneath the sign /planet of Venus for love and relationships. Thank you for your input. Wow, it is 5/11. Happy hump day, everyone. Forgive me for needing more sleep, but let us go. Alright, Venus. What do we need to know about love and relationships today? What do we need to know, or what are we being guided to, or what's the overarching vibe that we need to know for love and relationships today? Okay, so we have something we don't know about just breathing when it comes to communication, but also taking time to understand why we need to breathe when we are communicating. Sometimes giving things air will help, or giving things air, giving things pocket of time will help things progress a lot more than trying to just marathon through it. Simultaneously speaking, something that we have to understand when it comes to the foundational aspect of reaching out, actually taking time to communicate. Also, something to think about when it comes to this perception of success and growth. Overall, this vibe kind of feels like just take a moment to relax and just make an effort to do it, and just don't worry about whether or not you are perceived as successful or perceived of having some type of growth or some sort, because there's probably unknown variables in this equation or within this vibe that you don't need to be aware of, so you shouldn't be worried about if you are an individual that is actively looking for a relationship. You should not be worried about your own perceptions of success and growth when you're trying to reach out, because if you're reaching out, you're just starting out, you're just starting to get to know someone. Simultaneously speaking, when it comes to, like on the flip side, when it comes to understanding this perception of success and growth, please just take the time to foundationally reach out, because this will help you breathe a lot more. On the flip side, when you read it this way, also the vibe is kind of like, by taking the time to actually do it, this should help you relax when it comes to communicating with people, because by taking the time to actively reach out to an individual, whether it be a partner or a potential mate, by taking the time to just simply talk to them and allow things to occur, should help create this perceived perception or vibe of success and growth. Okay, that being said, let's go ahead and pull 2 cards from the Soul Journey deck. Something to take with us during this vibe. Just, it's not a bad vibe, it's just a little healthy net of reassurance coming through. 2 concepts to take with us when we're putting ourselves out there trying to communicate. Alright, let's go. Yes. Death and worry. Don't freak out. Death. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. Beginnings. Simultaneously speaking, something we don't know about worry is I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Um, so transformative energy, something that is foundationally transformative, especially when it comes to communication, just taking the time to actively reach out. And when it comes to communicating, allow there to be some airtime. If you're not accustomed to communicating in that way, you might start to recognize things are different when you're talking to your significant other or talking to your potential mate. Simultaneously speaking, when it comes to understanding this perception of worry, that you really have to understand why you can't worry about it. Um, when you are reaching out to people, and it's like when you're reaching out to people, you don't need to worry about what your success is and what your growth is, because the way you're reaching out to them should help you understand why you're reaching out. It's just, you don't need to worry about what your success is, what your growth is. It's kind of like, what's that bead coming through? Shoot your shot anyways, but don't worry about that stuff up front. That's why you just have to take a moment to breathe, right? Understand this perception that you're worried about, and just understand, no matter what, just reach out. Just reach out. It'll be the best thing ever. And I understand it's like, oh, they might not like me because I'm not blah, or they might not like me because I'm blah, or I don't have enough blah. And it's just like, you won't know until you actually make an effort. Simultaneously speaking, by not taking, uh, by not rushing into these things so quickly, might be more beneficial from a perception of conversation. Um, Simultaneously speaking, from the perception of those who are already in a relationship. Um, Please note that worrying doesn't solve anything. Worrying doesn't solve anything, but I digress. Let's go ahead and pull a access point, focus point, or a gateway, a threshold to think about, and help us identify where these energies are starting to line up. Alright, one more shuffle just in case. Catching a beat on kicking the can. Yeah. The reach out, success and growth and worry might add up for something. Let us continue. Caution! Okay, flavor text dictates don't get involved with this person too deeply as they're not who they seem to be, but from the perception of caution, caution-like energy. When you are actually communicating with someone, when are you being cautious? Are you conscientiously aware that you're being cautious when you're trying to reach out to someone? When you get overly cautious, do you take the transformative plunge and actually just do it? Or when you start to get cautious when you're about to reach out to someone, do you start to worry and freak out? Just something to think about. Like, when are you conscientiously aware that you are actually being cautious? Simultaneously speaking, when it comes to this caution, when do you take a moment to just breathe and allow yourself to do it? Also, by taking the time to be cautious and actually allow yourself to do what you need to do, you know, what were like the perceptions of success and growth that you had when it comes to actually doing it versus being withdrawn and not do it. Simultaneously speaking, on the flip side, not to be negative about it, if you have an individual that's concerned about your personal successes and growth, something to ask yourself, or something that you need to understand. Are you presenting yourself as an individual, or are you presenting yourself as an entity that is of multiple things? Also, when that does occur, are you actively taking an effort to breathe, or are you actually word vomiting this because this potential individual or mate is possibly into it? I mean, it's the caution card. Where is this cautious energy at? Food for thought. Let us go ahead and continue into the Wild Unknown Archetype deck, and just pull out what's the overarching vibe that people are tapping into from this cautious gateway, and what we can do to utilize it when it comes to our own internal advancements for love. What is the vibe that we need to tap into? What is this core energy that we need to become aware of? And feel out. The crone. The crone is back. The crone is back. Okay. The crone like energy. It's wisdom, but for this week, it's more like being wise to the textures or feelings of the situation. I just know when you're having moments of caution, especially when it comes to relationships or significant others, really take the time to be wise of the physiological feelings that you're picking up on. Um, it's one thing when like you're kind of worried and concerned about these things and you actually take the time to feel the vibe out. I'm cautious but I'm scared versus I'm cautious and this vibe isn't right for me. So if anything, when it comes to this wise energy to tap into, take a moment to address what's the overarching feeling in this space. Does it feel weird? Does it feel prickly if I'm cautious to talk to this person? You know, do I feel some type of way? Do I feel scared? Do I feel like this person's gonna hurt me? Does it feel like this person have loving energy? Should I even be talking to them? Like, are they really trying to get to know me? Are they trying to use me? Like, what is this feeling? Like, really take time to be wise, especially from the crone like energy. Take the time to be wise with your physiological feelings because that should help you identify why you're being cautious and why you might either A, be worried about something or be ready to just be like, you know what, I have nerves of steel and let me just go ahead and reach out to this person and hope this stuff is real. Um, that being said, symbolism is meant to understand the energies of the situation, so if anyone takes these symbolistic statements negative, don't be surprised when that evil eye shows up. Please realize it's important to experience this information and discern it for yourself. Peace be with you, namaste. Thank you for your candor, and have a nice day.